I think if I were to put intimacy and connection into a quote, I would say that it would be, I am worthy of being known. I am worthy of being known. And I feel like this is excruciatingly painful and terrifying to most people, is to be in a state of connection and intimacy with other people. Intimacy involves connection, it involves empathy, compassion, trust, and it also involves a level of understanding. Most people think intimacy is just about sex, which is a form of intimacy. Intimacy has many forms to it. There is emotional intimacy, there is sexual intimacy, there is spiritual intimacy, and there is intellectual intimacy. So basically, connection and intimacy all have to do with the level of understanding, getting to know someone to their fullest. So I feel like this is much more beneficial than loving someone, because if you just try to love someone at a level that you only understand, they might not feel the love that you're trying to give. So being understanding of people and to be in a state of responsiveness is a form of attunement, and it is a form of connection, and to be in a state of responsiveness and softness is a form of connection. And I feel like this is a very rare state that people are in, because the world that we live in is has a very big brutality and harshness to it, and to be in a state, to be intimate with other people and have connection with other people, and to be empathetic and compassionate to other people, you have to be in a state of responsiveness and softness and sensitivity. And it's very difficult because we live in a very harsh world, and I feel like people don't have that compassion with themselves. They don't have that intimate relationship with themselves. They don't have that connection with themselves, so therefore they cannot share it with other people, and they're not going to be in tune with how other people are feeling and thinking. And especially this month is Earth Month, and it has caused a really big burden on my heart how we as human beings have pretty much trashed the planet, and it's in a state of suffering right now. And I feel like intimacy and connection are very much lacking in our state, especially since we're social creatures, and we don't feel a connection to the earth. We don't feel a connection to our animals. We don't feel a connection to wildlife. The brutality of the animals and the slaughterhouses and is just really grotesque, really, because I feel like people just don't connect with how they're treating them. I don't think that they connect with how we are treating the environment. And I feel like it's just a very big lack, and it's I feel like a lot of people could benefit from this, and to build a better society if we were more in tune and to build more connection with other people. Connection always involves vulnerability, and it always involves a form of trust. So connection and intimacy involves having a state of having your own individuality, but also having the acceptance of having other people's individuality and working together and being okay with that. It's involving having a form of self-trust and having a good relationship with yourself and as well with other people. So empathy and compassion are in very much need right now. So I just wanted to make this video because I feel like it is just something that people don't really feel that is important for some reason, and I just want to let you know that it is extremely important, and especially with the fact that our earth is very much suffering right now, and I feel like people aren't really either they have totally desensitized themselves to it, or they don't care. And the world at large is the way that our human society thinks about each other. And it really makes me really sad to see that. So I feel like if we were to build more of a safe environment with each other, meaning say you come into contact with somebody that you don't really agree with, or your views clash, or you don't really accept, people are going to feel much less in a state of isolation and attackingness if they were to be in a state of security and safeness. So I personally, I'm very shy around other people, but I really try to make an attempt to adapt to how that person is. So a lot of times what I like to do if I meet someone new is I try to adapt my personality or my level of energy to, or mirror how they are reacting or interacting with me. So sometimes I have friends that are really outgoing and lively, and they love to go out and have fun, and they just have a lot of energy. I try to mimic that energy, or that mirror, that reflection that they're giving off, so they feel more of a safety. I have friends that are more laid back, or they're more down to earth, or they're more kind of go with the flow type people. I try to mimic those kind of personality traits so that they feel more safe and more secure, because I feel like the most thing that people need is a state of security. People don't feel safe. They don't feel secure. They worry a lot. They have a sense of powerlessness. And I feel like intimacy and connection comes with this, because then they're not going to feel so alone. So I just wanted to make this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.